Hey everybody, just wanted to do a real quick live. I'm pooped. Oh, what a long day. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I don't remember to turn that off. Sorry. Oh. Hello. Just me real quick. I'm not going to stay long. I am bushed. I still am working on the last part from the last trial. So I'll have that up soon. Just wanted to hop on real quick. Oh, not really. I'm tired. Holy crud. It is only 7 o'clock here. But I've been working since 5:30. My day starts at 5:30 a.m. and is still going on at 7 p.m. But I should have the rest of the Durst up in just a second. I'm uploading it now. So let me get that going. Well, today was a fun day. We love it at Long Crime when things go haywire. It keeps the blood flowing. Okay. All right. That's all uploading now. Okay, sorry. Talking to myself. I am do I sound tired? I'm trying to sound peppy, but the peppy left. Yeah, I need to get me a third computer so that I can be working on more stuff at once. It saves time when you have more. I have two computers that I use, and both of them edit at the same time, but I am going to have to think about getting a third so that I can spend less time editing or, have three computers going instead of just the two. I don't remember anything from, from Tracy. Are you talking about from Thomas trial? I barely saw anything of anything. Everything was just going crazy, and so we're all working behind the scenes, and today was not one of those days where I could pay attention to anything. Trying to get everything back going. Not that I have anything to do with that, but I still worry while everybody else is running around trying to fix stuff. Just being me says I don't have to sound awake. Everyone, you are exhausted, classes all day, but watch the trials in between. Oh. Yes, all that should be, or what I got or what we were able to get is up there. If anything else, like if there's any other footage that we get access to, I will try and add that later, like I tried to do with the last trial. Can't always have a perfect trial day. I wanted to say something real quick about any other channels that are showing at least Thomas. That any other room that's showing that is actually showing our stream. They're taking it and using it for their own, which is not kosher. So whenever we have an issue like this, they also are going to have an issue. So doesn't really do well for them to take something that, you know what I mean? Because if they take the footage, they're only going to get what we have. It's the same footage. So today we had an issue with somebody running around the chat saying, somebody else has got it over there. No, they have ours and they're not supposed to. So anybody can go anywhere they want. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't want any issues with, you know, people we don't know coming in our room and saying to us, "Oh, go here," when that other here is actually not, you know, they're using our footage. They pipe it into their channel. So yeah, you can't do that. That's why we don't do that. That's why we have cameras in the courtroom. But I wanted to say all is well on that, and everything is fine. I saw some things said, but I'm not gonna get into that. Like I told the people who saw it behind the scenes, so that I work with, I said it's just water off a duck's back. People don't have to like Addie, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to say without saying, but no biggie. Yeah. So let's see. Just being me says the Durst stuff is so creepy, and the last comment on the stream was from Robert Durst. I know. I think I tried to boot that person because I know what that person is trying to do. I don't remember. I don't know if I did. We'll see. I did it after the stream had ended, and I don't even know. No, we get a lot of those kind. You know, you get a lot of people with the channels, and they come on with the name of the person, like that other person that was the other day that was saying that Nicholas Cruz was their idol or something. Oh, people. Thank you, LW. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. We should be better with the stream for Thomas. So get that going. It starts at 10. I can hardly keep my thoughts straight. Can you tell? And no, I have not had a drink or anything. I only drink once a week. Darn it. Every time I say that to my husband, he goes, "Well, then start drinking." No, no one wants that. Oh, I was right. Attention seekers. I will admit I am slightly attention seeker. No, my husband says I am. I say I'm not. Pay attention to me. No. I guess that's why he knows at 9 o'clock it's time to turn off his computer and come sit by me on the couch. That's how you know I'm an attention seeker. Honey, time for you to be over here. I've trained him well. It's a good thing he loves me. I'm trying to not yawn. I'm losing the battle. Oh, the I love Nick Cruz guy. You know, sometimes some things just there are times when things pop through my head during a trial, and I'm usually thinking in humor, and I have to kind of sit here and think, should I really say that right now? Should I be funny in the middle of a trial where someone has lost their poor child? Maybe not. Just some things like school, anything to do with schools and stuff. That's some scary stuff. I don't find that funny at all. Like when the school shooting we had here locally, that I think it was called the Freeman. It was Freeman. That was two blocks from my house. My son's school was actually on lockdown that day because it was the school that had the shooting was so close that you could see all the cars where the parents were supposed to go pick up their children for the day. They were all parked on the side of the road, and other people were walking up to those cars and stealing stuff from them. Car theft. That was right up like a block from our house. That was a scary situation. I don't know if I think it was called the Freeman shooting. That's why I don't think these, making fun of like the Parkland shooter and saying they're, like that's your idol. I know they're kidding. I get that. But just sometimes, maybe not. Don't make fun of that. Just me says, a lot of us appreciate you. I think to be on YouTube, you need to be able to have some attention seeking, but in a healthy way. It's more about confidence, I think. Right. You also have to be able to let stuff roll off your back. I've been doing this a long time. Our moderators in our main chat and I have been doing this a very long time, taking care of chat rooms. And we know, and for YouTube, I'm a little bit more lenient than we are in our main chat, but you just have to let stuff go. You have to. I try not to boot everybody, like I've said before. I give everybody a chance. Even if you say something to me and pick on me, I'll let you be in our room as long as I can take it. Then I can't take it anymore, and then you're out. That's what happened with somebody recently who shall remain nameless. That's kind of was the sort of an issue today. That's a situation where that had been going on, and there's a lot of stuff said and stuff that has been hurtful over a while, and I've taken it and dealt with it, and I just had to let that one go. I had to finally put that person on hide. And it's sad, but it is what it is. Yes, yeah, the second, or tomorrow will be day 2 of the prosecution openings. I cannot, this is a long opening. I still can't believe this trial is going to be 5 months long. I can now, knowing that the prosecution's case is 2 days. I mean, the prosecution's openings is 2 days. Yeah, I usually tell people if somebody bugs you in a chat, I'll put this up so I can see what we're talking about. Sorry. I usually tell people in the chat, if somebody's bugging you, just put them on ignore, because usually what I try not to do is I try not to ban for opinions. Somebody comes in the room and says, "Oh, he's guilty. He needs to hang." You know how we get those kinds. Well, I have to look at that and say, okay, that's that person's opinion. So I let that ride. And I know a lot of times half of us want to go, "Oh, be quiet." Stop that. Hush. We haven't even had the defense case yet. How can you say that right now? But, so those kind of things I usually let those just, fly by. And if somebody starts bugging you that much, then, that is a good option to block. It's when they become, start, being mean. When they start being mean to the chatters, well, I'll take it for myself as long, I've taken, the last case has been going on with this last person for at least a year, maybe a little longer than that. But, you take, for myself, I'll take it longer until, okay, I'm done with you. But yeah, got to protect the peeps. Oh, but yeah, I've worked very hard on being more fair, because the way we used to run the chat back when we were court chatter, all of the mods, we would just, there was zero tolerance on anything. I mean, no caps, no everything. But for YouTube, you can't really run it the same way you can a Chat and Go, the main website. You can't really run it the same way. So I know that the text in YouTube chat is harder to see. So for people who say I have vision issues, I let them type in caps. We don't allow that in the main chat, because you can make your text big in that chat. You can make it up to like 14, 15 deep, whatever it is, make it bigger characters, and they're colored there, so that helps too. Some people can see the colors better, but here on YouTube you just have the one color text, and unless you enlarge your screen to 500 whatever, you can't see anything. So I don't do that here. It took me a while not to get over that too, because when you're used to doing something and you're used to telling people no caps please or whatever, you kind of have to set your mind differently and not react immediately. Now, if somebody comes in and they're specifically typing in caps to yell, like if they put a whole bunch of exclamation marks, that kind of thing, I know that person's doing that to yell, not because they're blind. You know what I mean? I am blind, so I can say that. But you just give them a chance. Yeah, we used to be really like a poetic justice, sorry, wrong person. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, it was poetic justice. You know, some crazy mods. It depends on how the owner of the room wants the room run too. If the owner of the room says certain things can't be said, and then you need to, you have to, as a moderator, you need to make sure that those things aren't said. I know for is like the one channel I follow that other people also follow. I mentioned her the other day. I can mention her here. I don't care. I like her, Katie Joy. She doesn't allow personal things in the room. Like you can't talk about your ailments or anything. No personal information in her room. So if I'm over there, I have to be very careful and not say anything like personally, about myself, autism or whatever. She knows. I've talked to her in tweets privately. She knows my past. She knows about the XJW stuff, and she knows that I have autism. So she's aware of that stuff. So I don't have to say it in a room. But sometimes if a a room owner doesn't want things said, you just, as a moderator, you follow that. So that is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to not really put all your business out, but I forget. You know what I mean? I get to talking and then blah, it all just kind of comes out. And I went, oh, wait, what did I just say? And then some weirdo shows at your front door. So, anywho, it is getting late. It's already 7:30, and I have to eat before 8. Otherwise, I get sick at night. So, I'm going to go catch me some dinner. Oh, I don't have to catch it. It's already dead. Sorry. So, all y'all, see you in the morning, bright and early. When the clock goes off at 5, my husband's clock goes off at 5, like 5:25 or something like that. I try to start it early so I can add Broward Bond Court to our Broward Bond Court playlist at 5:30. It's 8:30 Eastern time, but 5:30 my time. So I get up at 5:30 to start that every morning. I have to add that, and I lately have been forgetting to add it at the 10 a.m. or whatever it is in the afternoon one. I keep forgetting to add that one. So I don't know if you guys follow. Hi, Matthew. I don't know if you guys follow Bond Court stuff, but I add that to our for our website. It's on the lawandcrime.com website. Yes, Matthew. Yes. I also have 2 sons on the spectrum. That's why I'm a chatterbox and my brain is all over the place, and why I talk a lot and can't shut me up. I'm a female with it, so I'm different. My sons are much different than I am. I'm more of a masker when it comes to autism. Yeah, they used to call it Asperger's, and now it's just called high functioning autism. So we're all now on the same spectrum since they put out the DV5 or whatever, the DVM. I forgot the name of the book, but they changed what they called us. My son is moderate autism, and I think, well, I would consider my oldest to be mild moderate. I don't know what he wants to call himself, something like that. Oh, that's cool. Poetic. She says she gives to, oh, she says she gives to autism through PayPal and cancer through Amazon Smile. Yeah. I don't, yeah, I follow autism families on YouTube. Several families. I follow them regularly. Fathering Autism is one. Lauren Brazy. And then they have a friend who just started blogging. But I follow them because I like the fact that they do it for awareness. That's a subject right there, Matthew. I'm not. That's a subject that most people who either are on the spectrum or have someone who is on the spectrum, it's a debate whether or not vaccines can cause autism. I've had people fight me and say all autism is caused by vaccines. And I'm proof that that's not true, because I grew up unvaccinated due to religious reasons in my family. And I was not vaccinated until I was an adult in my 30s, something like that, and only partially vaccinated. And I've been autistic my entire life. My mom says she used to call it that I would flitter like a butterfly. That's the flappy hand flaps. That I've been a butterfly ever since I was little, before I could walk. So I don't, I'm not one who is a proponent for vaccines as a cause. Also, my oldest son, who is also on the spectrum, because of the same unfortunate religious reasons, which we're out of that religion. It was a cult, but because of that, we didn't vaccinate him until I decided he was going to school, when he got smarter than I was in math. So at that, he was 11. He didn't get vaccines until he was 11, and he also is born on the spectrum. He was just like his mom. And my youngest was vaccinated before we left the hospital, and he also is on the spectrum. So it's for us, it seems to be genetic. I'm not going to say you can never get autism from a vaccine, but in our cases, that kind of, I don't see it that way. So that's where I leave that at. But if you feel, and if your doctor said that it looks like it came from that, then you go by what your doctor says and you go with that. But for me, mine is genetic. My mom, before she died, 2 weeks before she died, I had not had a chance to meet her yet. I'm adopted. She's my bio mom. She started asking me questions about, autism and all that stuff, since we talk about it all the time here. And she said, I think I need to be tested, because what you're saying and what I see in those, preliminary tests seems to be what I've always been going through my entire life. And so she was about to get a late, adult diagnosis when she passed away of sepsis. So it was a year before I got to meet my siblings. I never got to meet her, but at least I got to meet her on the phone. But she also, the family said, yeah, they think that she was on the spectrum. I also think that my grandmother, who they put in an asylum, because she was exhibiting odd behaviors. She was very combative and a lot of problems. And when in listening to the stories and stuff, I'm thinking that she, instead of being, they thought she was, needed to be in an institution, but actually what I think she was autistic, because it seems to run in our line. And if I look back and look at the stories and listen to the stories, it's like listening to my life. So this was all before they knew what autism was. So now they don't pack you away in an institution. And one thing that I'm learning is, for children, it's best to allow them to do their stims instead of trying to stop them. I was stopped my entire life from being the real me, the stimmy me. Stims are when, like, the flapping and all that stuff. My parents had always stopped me from doing any of it because it was embarrassing. They didn't know why I was doing it. They thought, something's wrong with this girl. Why is she doing that? Don't do that. And so my entire life, I've always been told to sit on my hands. And even now, right now, as I sit here talking to you, I'm sitting on my hands because I'm trying to keep myself from from being what I should have been. Like my son, with both our boys, we did not stop their stimming. We let them stim. My son walks through the house with a stick making swishy noises. It's really kind of cute. Our neighbor kid says, "Mama, I hear the neighbor." And she says, "Yes, he's playing." We call it play. He calls it playing. He's just walking around with a stick going. But, so Flappy Addie's out on Fridays. Fridays is my, like, Friday Fun Day. That's the day that I allow myself to be me. So anyway, no one wants to hear me talk about this anymore. I'm done. So sorry. Told you I can talk a lot. But anyway, now I'm really gonna go. I will see everybody tomorrow in the morning. Love and kisses. Have a great evening. Sleep well. Good night. And we're out. Sorry, Tracy. I'm still here. I'm reading as I'm like, I haven't turned it off yet. I'm still reading. Oh, okay. We'll do more when I'm not tired. We'll do longer session if I'm, well, until this Durst thing figures itself out and doesn't end late for, the California time. But we'll try it again tomorrow. I know I'm talking to you. I didn't turn it off yet. I got sidetracked. Okay. Love you. Bye.